So we have a new look at photos from the set of James Gunn's Superman film, giving us an extended taste of David Corenswet from various angles, a first look at Mr. Terrific, Lois Lane and Perry White, and other shots of the Metropolis set too. This comes a few weeks after the Superman suit reveal, which had a lot of mixed reactions online, and of course naturally, we wondered what this would actually look like on set. We definitely get a better idea with these new photos, and they might also reveal some smaller details about the film as well. So in this video, I'm going to be breaking down all the new images from the set of Superman 2025, and then giving you my honest thoughts towards them. Before I get into it though, if you want to keep up to date on any of my future content surrounding the Superman movie, the DCU, and other DC projects like Matt Reeves' The Batman Saga, then don't forget to support this upload by giving it a like rating and subscribing to the channel. But without further ado, let's dive into all the new set photos from James Gunn's Superman. So one of the most anticipated projects of 2025 just got arguably its most exciting look yet. The official Cleveland.com website has just revealed some brand new photos by Joshua Gunter from the set of James Gunn's Superman. These images give us the best glimpse yet of David Corenswet in the iconic Kryptonian red and blue suit, Edi Gathegi as Mr. Terrific, Rachel Brosnahan portraying Lois Lane, Wendell Pierce as Perry White, and of course director James Gunn overseeing all the action. Superman has been filming since earlier this year, and we've waited for more updates and looks at the film following that suit reveal we got weeks ago. Gunn has been incredibly busy lately, juggling the filming of both Superman and Peacemaker Season 2 simultaneously. So it's no easy task, but Gunn has managed to keep transparency and his commitment to making the DCU something Warner Brothers and DC fans can be proud of. We'll have to see if that turns out to be the case, but Superman will mark the first big project of Gunn's cinematic universe, beyond Creature Commandos of course, and with an impressive ensemble cast that includes Corenswet, Gathegi, Millie Alcock as Supergirl, Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner, and Nicholas Hoult as the formidable Lex Luthor, it's clear that the film has a lot of potential. So far, James Gunn's Superman has shot in Svalbard, Norway and Georgia before moving to its most recent filming location in Cleveland. It remains uncertain how much longer principal photography will continue before wrapping up, but the DCU Chapter 1 film is not scheduled to hit theaters until July 2025. This means that Gunn and his team have ample time to finalize their work. And following a week of transforming Cleveland into the iconic Metropolis, filming officially commenced on the city streets on a bright Monday morning. With that came this slew of images, which I'm now going to discuss a bit more. So as you can see on screen, David Corenswet's Superman costume is much brighter than the previous incarnation and aligns more with the vibrant colours of Christopher Reeve's iconic suit. I must admit, I do prefer the vibrant colours here compared to the more muted palette of the initial reveal a few weeks back. There's definitely a sense that Gunn wants to capture the heroic image of Superman from both the comics and the Reeves film, which we know he is a massive fan of. These images also show more of the trunks, as in the first reveal, we couldn't really see it because of the pose the actor was in. Other images also show off more of the suit's texture, being the one element that actually reminds me of the Henry Cavill suit. But as a whole, there's definitely a more baggier look to this suit than is seen with, say, Cavill's, and while I personally prefer the more godly, tighter suit that was worn in Man of Steel, it has to be kept in mind that set photos can differ greatly from the film representation of the suit. And once we get more context behind this iteration of Superman and his suit, it may be one that fits perfectly in line with that. Just as set photos though, I'm mostly positive towards them, and like I said, I think the main standout element is that the colours of the suit are vibrant, and overall, it just looks much better than that first official image that came out before. Another thing to mention is that a few of the photos give us our first look at the back of the costume too, showing off the yellow S symbol on the cape. It's the same symbol as on the front of the suit, but in smaller and in yellow on the back. Having loved the cape from the initial reveal, I think these images only seal my thoughts on it, and I absolutely love the look of it with the symbol on the back. It's something a bit different from the other film adaptations, it references the comic book history, and it stands out in a good way. Furthermore, we did get a few additional photos of Superman alongside some of the other characters on set too, and one of them is Rachel Brosnahan's Lois Lane. Seeing the two of them side by side in the middle of what looks to be an action scene appears quite promising, and they definitely look like comic accurate versions of Clark and Lois. Rachel herself is sporting black hair, a purple jumper, and black jeans, and just from the first few glimpses of the character, she completely looks the part. But overall, all the images featuring Superman himself give us a greater idea of what he might actually look like on screen. Again, they are only set photos, and with additional colour grading and maybe even VFX work, the suit may look slightly different come the release of the film. One thing I will say is that I've never been the biggest fan of James Gunn's comic book superhero suits, and while I've liked his movies and the design of his characters in those suits, the suits themselves haven't been the biggest highlights. But it's not like these suits are pushing me away from the film. I think they are mostly fine, and I just hope that on screen they look even better and really show off the iconic image that is Superman. Moving on, fans of Superman and DC were not only treated to a fresh glimpse of the legendary hero's new costume, but they were also treated to images revealing the presence of James Gunn himself and Nicholas Hoult, who will be portraying Lex Luthor. However, the most exciting reveal was Edi Gathegi's portrayal of Mr. Terrific. The images provided a first look at Gathegi's comic-accurate costume as Michael Hoult, and it's clear that his T-mask has a three-dimensional quality to it, rather than appearing like face paint. James Gunn is apparently a fan of Bruce Timm's DC animated universe, and based on the images of Superman and Terrific together, you definitely get a sense that there's that vibe going for it. When it comes to the comic book history of Mr. Terrific, this version of the character made his debut in 1997 and has been a member of both the Justice League and Justice Society of America. Hoult is an incredibly intelligent individual, a self-made millionaire, company founder, and even a gold medal winning Olympic athlete. With such accomplishments, one might think he doesn't need to add superhero to his list, but in true comic book fashion, he became Mr. Terrific to combat crime and otherworldly threats. Like Batman, Mr. Terrific relies on an array of gadgets and inventions that he has developed himself. He possesses a nanite-based suit that he can switch into instantly using his mask, rendering him invisible to electronic detection. Additionally, he utilizes floating T-spheres that aid him in battling threats, flying, and projecting holograms. And based on the set images, it's evident that Gunn and the film's crew are going above and beyond to pay homage to Mr. Terrific's iconic comic book appearance. Gathegi can be seen sporting a biker jacket adorned with his famous Fair Play and Terrific emblems intricately stitched into the leather material. Furthermore, he dons his trademark nanotech mask, while the rest of his suit predominantly features a black and white colour scheme, perfectly capturing the essence of his comic book costume. In other photos featuring both Lois Lane and Perry White, it looks like we are getting Mr. Terrific's T-sphere ship from the comics. If the photos are meant to be from the climax of the film, Mr. Terrific's ship might make a grand entrance towards the end of Superman. And let's not forget about other superheroes like Green Lantern or Hawkgirl, who might also make an appearance on set soon. Finally, there were a few additional photos released too, and these were mainly location shots, including a look at the entrance of the Daily Planet, more looks at the Metropolis set, a fire department vehicle, and the military involved in multiple scenes. There's not too much I can say about this other than it's great to see them filming most of this stuff on location, and from what we've seen, it definitely looks like an accurate Metropolis. The Daily Planet entrance was probably the standout of these images, and I really like the golden entrance and the planet logo and sign, which is apparently going to be at the top of the building too. Not only is the Daily Planet one of the most iconic locations in the history of Superman, but it'll play a big role in this movie because it was reported that the film takes place during Clark's earlier years at the Daily Planet. So you'd expect there to be some great looking sets for both the exterior and interior of the planet come the time we do see the movie. But that was my video discussing all the images from the set of Superman. There's a bit of a wait to see if James Gunn can really deliver with his take on the iconic character, and we know that it's massively important to do so if the future of the DCU is going to work long term. It has to be a movie that is great on its own, but then set the blueprint of what's to come beyond. Obviously, set images won't give us the best idea of whether the movie will actually be good, but it is exciting nonetheless to get a taste of what this Superman and the other iconic characters in the film might look like. They are a good way through filming, so I'm sure we'll see more official reveals come the end of this year, which will hopefully give us an even greater idea of what's in store. But let me know down below in the comment section whether you're excited for Superman 2025 and whether these set photos get you any more excited to see it. For much more videos and news on Superman and DC, then subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications. Also, if you enjoyed this video, remember to leave a like rating and follow me on social media via the links in the description. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I've been Cortex, and as always, make some noise.